Hello, this is lesson 11. So get your materials ready for lesson 11. I want to go through this just a little bit before I go on to other things. Remember that your sprints are 1 minute. Parent needs to time you on that. There are 2 of them. Whoops, there are 2 of them. So please remember that you need to do 1 minute. And of course, whatever your score was from the last time, you want to see that score go up. And I do strongly recommend that even if you don't finish the whole thing without during the 1 minute time, you should always go back and finish it at a later date. You are going to be doing the problem set for lesson 11. And you won't be able to use a partner, but I do want you to use your value discs. So you'll be using your value discs for this particular lesson, and you might be saying, what's that? Well, this is what the value discs are. You have a template inside this packet, and you need to color those and then cut those out. You're going to need these for some time to come. Make sure that the 1 discs are colored red, the 10 discs are colored green, and the 100 discs are colored blue. That would be very important. Please don't just color them whatever color you want. And make sure that you have some place to store them, possibly in a baggie. So these are some things that you need to do to get ready for this lesson. Then, of course, you have your exit ticket. And I do want to tell you one thing about your exit ticket before I start talking about the fluency pieces. Down here on problem number 2, it says fill in the sentence below to tell about the change from 36 to 360. I changed the ones to how many tens, from how many ones to how many tens, and this one I changed the tens to how many hundreds. That one little hint I will give you, because when I tried to do this one on my own, I felt a little bit confused, but having that piece in there helped me to understand what I was supposed to do, and I hope that it will help you too. Okay, so make sure you send that to your teacher, and this time I do want to remember that I need to show you the answers to these problems, but of course that would only be after you have finished watching the video for lesson 11 and you have also watched my video. So I'll get to that before I end this video so I don't have to have 2 parts. Okay, thanks. All right, so let's take a look at our word problem for today. Samantha is helping her teacher. Oh, by the way, this problem has 2 steps that you will need to solve, and I'm going to remind you that you need to use cubes and read, write, and draw. So Samantha is helping her teacher organize, helping to organize the pencils in her classroom. Sorry, she has 41 yellow pencils and 29 blue pencils. She throws away 12 that are too short. How many pencils are left in all? So I've circled the numbers. I've underlined the question. I started to box the keywords. I got that one. But I also think throws away would be an important keyword telling us that some are going away. So 41 yellow, 29 blue, throws away 12 that are too short. How many pencils left in all? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to leave you now. You're going to need to pause the video, and on another piece of paper, you're going to solve this problem. Please remember that whenever we do a word problem, you need to give a word answer, and I will help you with that part. There are blank pencils left. There are blank pencils left. So there's your problem. Pause the video, and there are several ways that you could work this problem. I am going to encourage you to use a number bond box for each of the 2 steps. I think you'll find that will be easy. A number bond with an equation would be a very helpful way to solve these problems. So shut the video, pause the video, work the problem, and then come back to check your answer. Are you back? All right, so let's take a look at how you could have possibly solved this problem. By the way, if 58 was not what you came up with, you probably ought to pause the video and go back and try your problem again. But in the meantime, here is the solution that will help you to be able to solve the problem. You want to pause the video, look that over, look at the steps that Mrs. Starr has taken, and go from there. So there you have it. Very excellent. Pause the video, look it over, and see how you did. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. This is my new Ricken Rack. It's like the little abacus that I was using at the beginning of the year, but this one is intended specifically for Eureka Math. And we are going to do some counting today by counting by units. So I'm going to start with 2 tens. So if I was going to write that as units, I would say I have 2 tens and how many ones? If you said 2 tens and 3 ones, congratulations. Now we're going to move that over to how many tens do I have now? If you said 3, and how many ones? Did you say 3 tens and 5 ones? If you did, congratulations. I'm going to move over, and now how many tens do I have now? If you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and no ones, you would be absolutely correct. What do I have now? Notice that these are in fives. If you said you have 5 tens and 7 ones, that would be unit form, and congratulations. So I'm going to move 3 more over to make how many tens now? Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. So 6 tens and how many ones? Well, you've got 5 and 4 makes 9. So 6 tens and 9 ones. Let's put that over and come over to this. So how many tens do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and how many ones? And 5 ones. How many ones now? 6 tens and 7 ones. How many ones now? And 8 ones. 6 tens, 8 ones. And 6 tens, 9 ones. And now I have how many tens? Do I have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 8 tens and how many ones? 8 tens and 8 ones. That would be excellent. 8 tens and 8 ones. Let's move that over. And how many tens do I have now? Did you say 10 tens? Well, you can see that 10 groups of 10 is the same as 100. Okay, I'm going to just do one really quickly here. What is my unit for this number? Well, if you said 5 tens and 4 ones, you would be absolutely correct. What do I have now? Did you say 3 tens and 6 ones? That would be correct. What do I have now? 1 10 and 8 ones? That would be absolutely correct. What do I have now? 1 10, that would be correct. Do I have any tens now? Nope. I only have 8 ones. Now what do I have? Did you say 4 ones? 3 ones? 2 ones? 1 1. All right, so you can practice doing unit counting using a Ricken Rack or beads or whatever you have at your house that could possibly work to help you with that kind of counting. All right, so I'm about to show you the key that goes with lesson 11. Make sure that you have a parent available to come and help you correct these answers, and we're going to go from there. So here's your sprint. Here's the sprint that you should have done for 1 minute. This is sprint A. Pause the video so that you can check your answers. Pause the video. Okay, now we have B, the B side. You'll need to pause the video so you can check those. Check to see whether or not you had an improvement as well. Okay, Now I'm moving on to the problem set. This would be page 43. And you can see that you should have had 10, 1, 1, 10, and 2. Oops, this needs an S. 2 1s, 100, 2 10s, and 4 1s, 100, 4 1s, and so on and so forth. So you can pause the video and you can take a look at how your student did on this. If they're struggling, you might have them go back and double check and try again. This is an important concept, being able to count by units. The standard form was already written for you, so all you needed was unit form. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next page. Same thing. There you go. And again, standard form was already written for you, and all you needed to do was unit form. So you're going to pause the video and check your students' work. Hopefully you took the time to color these because you should have already used them in the lesson. And of course, last but not least, you need to send us your students' exit ticket. Make sure that the picture that you send to us is nice and clear so we can read your students' work. Sometimes they come to us a little bit blurry, and it's difficult to read, so make sure you're taking a good picture to send us on Class Dojo. And you have yourself a lovely day.